Hi everyone, this is Veronica. Today we are going to talk about 22 species have gone extinct in India. This has been recently reported. That means wildlife is vanishing from India. So we'll discuss in detail. This is our channel StudyIQ. If you're preparing for UPSC CSE 2020, our pen drive course is available where you can find 100% coverage of vast UPSC syllabus. This course has been prepared by the top faculties. Now you can buy this course at Rs 625 per month only. You can connect with me on Instagram or Facebook for your queries and video updates because I feel together we can make a huge difference. Now, what is the context of this topic? According to the data which has been recently tabled by Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change in Lok Sabha, they said that 4 species of fauna and 18 species of flora, that includes plants, fauna, includes animals, they have gone extinct in India in the past few centuries. Now talking about what is extinction. Now see, in biology, extinction is the termination of an organism or a group of organisms, usually a species. Here we talk about species. So the moment of extinction is generally considered to be the death of the last individual of the species, although the capacity to breed and recover may have been lost before this point. So I hope you're clear what is extinction. Now ministry lists habitat degradation as one of the causes. We'll discuss the reasons of the extinction also. Now see, it has been informed that India is home to 6.49% of all fauna species. So if we talk globally about the wildlife, then 6.47% of all fauna, that means animal species, are present in India. And talking about the plant species, around 11.5%. India hosts to 11.5% of such species in the world. So according to IUCN is your International Union for Conservation of Nature, there's a new study which has shown that since 1750, more than double the number of plants have disappeared. So that means wildlife is vanishing, disappearing very fast, especially the birds, mammals, amphibians, all the wild animals combined. So this report was submitted by ministry to the NGT also, and as per the information given by the BSI is your Botanical Survey of India, out of these 18 species of plants, 4 are non-flowering and 14 are flowering plants which have gone extinct. So we'll discuss in detail. Firstly, let's talk about the fauna that has been reported to be extinct in India. So 4 mammals have extinct in India. First is your cheetah, next is Sumatran rhinoceros, then pink-headed duck, and then your Himalayan quail. So scientific names are also given here. But here you have to note one thing. I already told you the definition of extinction, but you should note that these 4 species might be present in other parts of the world. Here this data we are only talking about India, that they are not present in India anymore. They have extinction has taken place in India. So there are various factors which have led to these extinction. One is competition, another is predation, natural selection, and even many anthropogenic factors, that means human induced factors like hunting, habitat degradation, are responsible for this extinction. Next, when we talk about plants, see, 18 species of plants are reported to have extinct. 4 among them are non-flowering plants and 14 among them are the flowering plants which have gone extinct, and notable among them 3 species are from one genus. So this one genus is Ophiorrhiza. So this genus was discovered from peninsular India in 1882. Then there is a palm species which was discovered in Myanmar and Bengal region by William Roxburgh. So this has gone extinct in India. So we have already talked about these 18 species of the plants and 4 mammalian species which we have gone extinct. Now there's one more, GIB, that is Great Indian Bustard. This is one of the heaviest flying birds endemics to Indian subcontinent. So this is critically endangered, GIB, and it is nearing extinction due to collision with high voltage power lines that crisscross their flying path. So now why I'm telling you about GIB, because in one of the reasons I gave you for extinction is anthropogenic factors like hunting and even the development which man is heading towards. So GIB, this great Indian bustard, this is nearing extinction because of collision with high voltage power lines that crisscross their flying path, and only now 150 these bastards are left, with maximum number in Jaisalmer, and GIB population has been reduced by 75% in 30 years. And see, there are other factors also, as I told you, competition is there, predation is there, natural selection, human induced factors, and GIB, you can see one of the example. And then there are changes in land and sea use also. There is direct exploitation of organism, climate change and pollution are one, and then alien species, invasive alien species which do not belong to this particular area, but then when they are introduced here due to man activities, anthropogenic activities, or maybe due to natural disasters, they create a mayhem for the natural ecosystem which is existing there. Now, what could be the consequence of this extinction? So, the report has specifically noted that damage to ecosystem can lead to disruption in the food chain. So, ultimately, whole ecosystem and the environment there will be affected. So, in fact, when these species are going extinct, we can talk about mass extinction also, where large number of species will disappear. So what has actually gone wrong? So increased human footprint has resulted in habitat loss, overhunting and overfishing. So the introduction of invasive species also, because population of vertebrates have fallen by an average of 60% since 1970. So again, I will talk once again about the consequences of this extinction. So the loss of species, they have catastrophic effects on the food chain, as I told you, on which humanity depends, because human also depends upon the food chain. For example, ocean reefs, which sustain more than 25% of marine life, they have declined by 50% already. I have told you in my another video, and could be lost together. They will extend by 2050, which is estimated. This is almost certainly contributing to the decline of global marine life, down on average by 50% since 1970. So in general, loss of biodiversity in a region, it can lead to decline in the plant production. So when there will be less plant production, from where you will gather your food, and then lowered resistance to environmental disturbances such as drought, and increased variability in certain ecosystem processes such as plant productivity, water use, and pest and disease cycles. So these could be consequences of such events, and we should be ready for them if we are not heading towards the conservation mechanisms. So this is all about this lecture. You can contact me for queries on Instagram, Facebook. Thank you.